This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Portland, Oregon, as the Trailblazers take it to the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Last game for the Pelicans, they ended up losing to the Golden State Warriors. Now here's Henderson. Fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And on paper, Craig, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now, here's Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, nice release from the pick and roll there from Ayton, and he gets rewarded for it.
The screen from Brown. Howard trying to free himself up. And Poole gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And then Henderson with the dunk.
The explosive Scoot Henderson, a handful to guard.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Now, here's Avdia. Back to Sharp. Pass to Hart. Outside, Avdia. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharp. Ayton, a screen. Sharp, that's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Poole. Here's Clark. Avdia with a defensive effort.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Sharp. Lets it go from 11. Here's Henderson. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And Anthony gets it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Pass to Reid. Now Clingan. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Pelicans ball.
Shot on the way and misses it off the right side of the rim.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And here's Anthony for three. Here's Reid. Doubled by Howard. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So for the Pelicans, 44 seconds left in the first. Here's Russell into the lane. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Out to the wing. Fires from deep. Reid misses. Pelicans trail by 10. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Russell gets it to go.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
Pass to Clingan. Drops in the layup for two.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good.
Pelicans 10.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Hands it from downtown. Sharp's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Good on the triple. He's got 9.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Russell gets it to go.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Outside, Russell. Poke loose. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Henderson outside. Rebound by Azubuike.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Pelicans trailed by 14. And here's Poole for 3. No good that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Sharp on the wing. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, you see the potential Sharp has on plays like this. Just a ferocious scorer who fights through tough defense.
Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Here's Henderson. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Sometimes you got to go in there and play big, and that's what Scoot did.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would bake it. In the air and down hard! Woo!
Oh, stop!
Brown feeling it out a bit. It's Dort on the wing. Poole on the wing. 7 points in the game. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. It's tipped. Howard with the steal. Here's Brown. He takes it in. Henderson pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 17. And stolen by Howard. And now the Pelicans on the break. Poole on the wing. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Showing his strength inside. Poole muscles that one home.
From deep. Offensive rebound. Pelicans trailed by 15. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland.
Team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Brown with the bounce pass. Down low. Clingan with the steal. Here's Melton. Portland again missing. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Pass to Poole. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The 3 from Poole. Excellent D there from Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 15. There's a screen. Pass to Klingon. Now here's Reed. Here's Melton. No good from outside. Poole with no one around. Again, the miss by Poole.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Nobody near Melton. The three-pointer, no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Poole. Here's Brown. The kick out to Poole. Again, the miss by Poole.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to Anthony. Back to Reed. To the middle. Out to Anthony. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Klingon. With the clock winding down. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Brandon Clark. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's Sharpe. Off target from three-point range.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Pass to Hart. Here's Sharpe. Outside, Avdia. From downtown. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The 3 from Poole. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall. Oh, man. Sharpe makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
And that one, good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Ayton wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. There's the lob to Brown. Back to Poole.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. At the elbow, it's Avdia. Wants to get it to Brown and does. 1:44 left in the third. Back to Poole. To the paint. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow. Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pelicans trailed by 18. Melton with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Grant with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up.
Not the top shooter in the league, but Anthony does hit enough threes to keep you honest.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Sinks the triple. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Reddish. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Russell's got 10.
Hitting three-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do so.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Reed gets the bucket. Pelicans trailed by 20.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
They set the screen. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's Portland controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been out.
51. The Pelicans, 31.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Poked it up for Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Well, tonight we're seeing why Scoot Henderson went third overall in the draft. He possesses serious scoring talent.
They get it back. Here's Reddish. Misses the layup.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Back to Sharp. 5 on the clock. Pass to Ayton. Over Azubuike. Back to Sharp. Now here's Henderson. He's guarded by Russell. And Henderson throws it down hard.
Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Some changes for New Orleans. New Orleans with the ball. Pass to Poole. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Sharp with it. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Well, for Sharp, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
Pass to Poole. Trying to get something going. It's good from long range.
Well, that's his first three here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Now Avdia, guarded by Poole. Now Ayton. Henderson looking it over. Oh, Ayton in position. And stolen by Howard. Pass to Poole. Screen by Howard. Here's the three. Poole no good.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
.149 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Howard. Clock at 6. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
He doesn't get the second one.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Count it, good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here. Poor Portland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Stolen by Dort. And the Pelicans miss again. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. That's tipped.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
There's the triple. Portland grabs the miss.